One of the biggest obstacles artists face in the music game is access. Getting access to the people that can make it happen, or access to the information and resources you need to get to the next level. That's the key. That's why you need two of the biggest in the game on your side. Introducing J.R. McKee, Boom Man. Welcome to the Real Industrial Plug. You heard me?
Before we go on to the next topic, everybody follow Real Industry Plugs, and if you ever have questions that you want to address, DM to the Industry Plugs, and they'll add them to our topics list over the weeks. So if you ever have questions, just DM the Real Industry Plugs the questions, and they'll always add them to our topic list. All right, so bet. Let's go to the next topic. Is artist development still important? Is artist development still important? A lot of these new young kids, they don't even think about artist development at all. They just go straight to the internet. But then also a lot of these labels don't take the time to, they don't even have developmental departments anymore. They only research A&R and they find who's already popping. So
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes if your goal is to become a superstar artist. If you really want to have longevity in music, you need to understand the business. And I feel like development is teaching you the business of music and being a superstar artist. Now, if you want to just make some money in music, you can hide behind the keyboard. Nobody ever see your face and just put out dope music. You get where I'm coming from? But when it comes to development of an artist, it's stage performance, it's presence, it's being able to talk to the media. You know what I'm saying? It's how we conduct ourselves with the DJs. You know, it's our look, it's our swagger, it's our dress, it's the whole package. And it has to be developed. It has to be developed coming into it, because you notice it's a lot of artists, right, that has dope records, but you don't necessarily know the artist. Then you got a lot of artists that are dope artists, but their music is okay. You know, like, for example, it's a difference between, like, T-Pain made a lot of dope records. You feel me? But Jay-Z he had a bunch of number ones, but never sold no album.
Yeah, never really did no numbers.
Lil Jon ain't never been an album person. He always been a single person. You feel me? But you got Jay-Z, he'll sell a number one album, but not necessarily have no singles.
Single.
You feel where I'm coming from? So, but he's developed as an artist. He's a real artist. He's a legendary artist. So, you know, a lot of the artists that doesn't develop as artists typically turn out to be songwriters. And there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll make a song, you know, here and there, you know, and come out as an artist, but they'll never really pop as an artist, but they'll be a super dope songwriter.
Right. So let's talk about for a second, before I dive into it, why artist development has erased from the record labels. You know what I mean? Why does that not exist anymore? And I think it's twofold in 2022. It's twofold. On one hand of it, people do have to realize that money has decreased in the music industry. It's increasing, but it fell off like 50%. You know what I mean? It's like from where it was its peak in the 90s, we're making about half of that as an industry today. So of course, with that comes budget cuts. And so the question becomes, where can I cut the budget? If I can find artists that are already developed, I don't have to pay the A&Rs. I don't have to book all this studio time. I don't have to send them to the choreography coach. I don't have to send them to the what do they call the press where they teach you how to talk? I can't even think of it.
Media training.
I don't have to send them to media training. And so this is where they decided to cut the budgets. You know what I mean? They were like, let's just find the artists that are already ready. And that's cool. That's how you got production labels like myself. Like, that's what Family Ties Entertainment was. We were a production label. We handled the development, and then we furnished them to the major labels. I did 3 deals. I did the Sony deal, I did the Warner deal, and I did the Interscope deal. As a production label, that was my job, was to be that, so they wouldn't have to do it. And so that's why you got a lot of these producers have production labels.
But I think that's and not to cut you off, but I think we are the companies that develop artists. I think Authentic Empires and your company. What's the name of your company again? I'm so sorry, JR.
Music Power Respect, NPR.
I know it's NPR. I didn't know what it stood for. But Music Power Respect. It's companies like yours, you know, like the TIGs, like the QCs, where you become a part. That's the importance of independent labels, because they help develop artists. The problem with a lot of artists is artists, they want the microwave success. They never trust the process. And because the process may be taking too long and they feel like I'm supposed to be big right now because I make I feel like I'm doper than Key Glock or I'm doper than the Baby. I should be big because my music is harder than theirs. But they don't understand the processes that they went through. They don't understand the promo tours that they went through to link with the DJs and build a name and build a buzz, the relationships and the people that they're feeding on the back end. They don't understand that because most of these artists want to get money, put it in their pocket, and don't want to pay nobody. See, that's also a part of artist development. Understanding the politicals, the politics of the business.
Goes into it.
That goes into it. You know what I'm saying? Shaking hands and kissing babies. It's like running for mayor or running for president. So these are part of the developmental processes that artists need to take heed to and understand, and they need to trust the process and stop blaming people. Stop blaming. Stop complaining and start making money. That's one. Less complaining, less excuses, more work, more earning, more skill, more talent. And you got those things, can't nobody stop you. Once again, because good dope sell itself. So stay focused, stay locked in, stay working hard, and go up.
Hey, J.R. McKee here. Listen to all of my artists, managers, and executives. It's time to evolve into the streaming business. I'm the #1 streaming executive in the industry with over 30 platinum and gold records in the last 2 years alone. I've been teaching everybody how to do what I do. So if you're interested in breaking through in the streaming business, go ahead and enroll in my masterclass to join my Stream Team community. The link's in the bio. Or visit our website, thestreamteam.club.
Y'all know what's going on, man. It's your big homie Boom, man, checking in. Authentic Empire's own CEO. If you want to set up a meeting, you want to rock with the team, you want to get heard, all you got to do is log on to www.authenticempiremg.com or text the number 404-857-0040. Let's get it. Booming.
And so let's talk about the flip side of that as what I wanted to get to is on the artist side. Because now these artists are at home, they're buying their beats off YouTube or they're leasing their beats off YouTube, they're recording in their home setups, which is great. That's saving them money and it's giving them the ability to be able to do it. But the problem with that is when they do get with somebody who really does development, they don't know how to work with an engineer. They don't know how to work with a real producer that's going to help them come up with lines and help
don't
shape
even know
the
how
hook.
To record.
They don't know how to record on a mic. And so you get the flip side of it where the artist like, you know, even working with Rod, like one of the best, and I mean artists, like I mean musically artists. He is one of the most gifted in our generation right now, right? But he will not work with the producers. Like I literally have been in sessions where he kicked the producers out of the room. He like, nah, I'm good. Just leave the beat here. I'm good. I got it. And it's just the way that they're brought up now. You know what I mean? Like they're brought up recording a different way, and the way that they record is more efficient. But it's because of that we're missing the hits. We're missing people getting in. Music is a collab thing. It's a collaborative effort.
That's what we disagree. That's what we disagree.
You disagree that music is collaborative?
No, not that. The lack of hits. Now, when you say hits, I feel like we got a lot of hits.
I'm talking about timeless records. I ain't talking about just a hit on the radio. I'm talking about timeless records.
We're going to have to debate that another day. I'm going to tell you because timeless records are out here. The problem is it's so much music. It's saturated. We don't have enough time because they're already dropping another record. See, back in the day, you couldn't drop music every day.
Right.
You would drop a single, drop another single, then drop an album, and you probably not get to think about it. When was the last Bruno Mars album? See, that's the reason why it's timeless. How many albums have you dropped since 24 Karat ago?
Bro, I don't know. One, the collab album.
I'm talking about his own.
Oh yeah, I don't think he has.
And it's been like since 2017. So you're still listening to the same music from Bruno by himself because he's not. Now imagine if he was dropping like Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane dropping tape after tape.
Tape after tape.
So you can't sit and live with it long enough for it to become timeless.
But my point that I'm making is because of the way that they're recording, we're not getting timeless music because you don't have all of these minds in a room creating something that's timeless. You don't have somebody sitting there critiquing the hook or critiquing the way that they said this or critiquing instead of using that word, let's use this word. And then you're composing it. trust me, I know. I've been in the studio. I'm a timeless producer, my brother.
We just gonna agree to disagree because I feel like that's just one method. I don't feel like, because I feel like the artists are more, I ain't gonna say more, I feel like they're just as talented and creative as people, and I feel like the music has evolved.
Are. But the problem is that they are, but you also need to be surrounded by talented, creative people. Orange Shoppers aren't.
I agree.
They are ingenious. No, listen, they are ingenious. I agree with you there. These artists are incredible, but they need to be put around other incredible people. Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time, but put him around Quincy Jones changed everything for him. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask you.
Let me give you that. Even Money Long. Money Long, one of the greatest songwriters of our generation, but putting her in the studio with me is how you got Money Long instead of Priscilla Renee. You understand what I'm saying?
No,
Orange Shoppers aren't.
But this is what I want to ask you. This is what I'm telling you. How often did Michael Jackson drop an album?
Bro.
How many albums?
That's because it took so long to make. Versus sitting at home on the iPhone.
So you think Drake music ain't timeless?
Some of it. Not most of it, but some of it is.
So was his last album timeless?
Hell no.
Why wasn't it timeless?
Hell, he ain't had a timeless album since like album number 3. Take Care.
Because he keep driving because the money, bro. It ain't because see, it's not the music, it's the money, bro. If I know I'm finna get
money ruin music.
Money ruins everything. Think about it. I want you to think about this. What do we say to an artist? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you done heard stuff about Future, or ever since he got money and he came up, you know what I'm saying? His music ain't the same no more.
Right.
He don't got that same hunger. He don't have that same compassion. Because they get fat, but I disagree. But, I get why they say that. You understand? Because the money, people start chasing the money, and now they just putting it, it's a numbers game now. It's no longer about
it's definitely a numbers
music.
game.
It's like, I got a fan base. I got people tapped in, they streaming me. I got to keep my streams up because guess what? It's so many artists doing music, and it's so easy to put out music now. If I don't keep dropping, somebody else is going to take my
Exactly. That attention is gone. And that's
gone
absolutely
because
true.
Social media, the attention spans are short. It's not the time, the music is time, it's the attention span is short.
I get you, but I guarantee you Hours and Hours is going to be a timeless record. 30 years from now, they're playing Hours and Hours.
For sure.
I guarantee you.
I
guarantee you that.
Right now, they're going to be playing, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of music. Those are more novelty records, though.
All right. But is artist development still important? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But I've seen artists, let me just say this. I've seen artists come in the game without it and develop over time. You know what I mean? The ones who want to be here, they find a way to stay. They develop over time. So they may come in the game super raw, but they develop over time. You know what I mean? So it is very important. Everybody in here, do not skip steps. You know what I mean? Take your time. Music is collaborative. Please collab with other people around.
I definitely agree with you.